Alright, so hello, beautiful business-minded people, yung mga nandito sa Zoom at saka yung mga nasa Facebook. Ito ba ang dialogue natin? Social media lang yan, posting lang naman, hindi kailangan ng sistema. O sinasabi ba natin na may followers naman ako, Mami N. Bakit hindi pa rin ako kumikita dito sa social media? Or maybe some of you are saying, ang gastos naman ng ads. Hindi ko alam kung worth it pa ba itong binabayad ko. Now, how many times have we heard these words from business owners who struggle with social media? Tinitingnan ba natin ang mga successful content creators at iniisip ba natin na naku, napakaswerte naman nila? Siguro swerte lang talaga sila, pero hindi natin alam na may mga proven strategies pala sila na hindi natin alam. But what if I told you that avoiding these common social media mistakes can be the difference between having followers who just watch and having followers who actually buy from you? So welcome again sa ating Facebook Live mga anak, and today is Tuesday. Kaya we have another episode of our Nego Show, yung ating Meet My Friends series, and I am so excited to have all of you here today. And if you are on Facebook, please feel free naman to share this live interview with your friends ha. Paki-share naman ito para mas maraming makapagpanood sa atin, and so that we can build a community of business-minded Pinoys na tulad natin. Okay. So, para sa ating mga new viewers, I'm Mami Negosyo. You can call me Mami N. I'm a retired business owner with more than 40 years of experience. Among sa mga experience ko, dahil maraming nagtatanong, naging franchisees po kami ng Chowking for 18 long years and a licensee of SDI in Zamboanga for 28 years. Okay, so meron po kaming naging mga computer repair shop sa Zamboanga, pension houses, at saka jewelry stores. Hanggang ngayon, meron pa pong mga jewelry stores at more than 27 jewelry stores. I guess 27 is the exact number. All over Mindanao. Yon, no? So, ang dami ko pong natutunan dito sa mga negosyong ito that I really love to share with all of you. So, ngayon, dahil retired na kaming mag-asawa, we are already in our 70s, we have already passed these businesses to our children. Kaya ang full-time job ko po ay pagiging author, business mentor, and coach. At ang pagtulong sa mga Filipino women entrepreneurs, business owners, at saka couplepreneurs para mag-guide sila on how to grow their businesses faster and easier with all the lessons that I have learned from all the pains and hardships. So, yun po ang aking mission, no? Marami po akong hard-earned na lessons para ma-share sa inyo para hindi nyo napagdaanan yung mga struggles na pinagdaanan naming mag-asawa. So, for free resources, if you are interested, meron po kaming free starter kit. Just visit maminegosyo.com. At may mga freebies po tayo dito po sa ating starter kit. Once you sign up, you will be receiving our newsletter, and you'll also have an opportunity to get on a call with me if you are interested, no? Kaya kung interesado po kayong maging one of my coaching clients, sign up po for the free starter kit so that we will be able to get in touch with you. So, ngayon, we're going to be talking about from zero to hero, how to grow your social media following fast. Gusto nyo ba yon? Okay, so bago yon, konting kwento muna, background story on how I met our guest, no? March last year, 2024 po. Pareho po kaming attendees ng isang stay-in event sa isang farm sa Batangas. Hindi kami magkakilala, pero napansin ko na super sipag nitong babaeng to. This young lady was on her phone, on her laptop, making friends, talking to a lot of people non-stop. Ako naman, introvert mode. Just watching her from the corner of my eyes. Siyempre, celebrity siya, no? Sino ba naman ako? I just checked out her videos. Tiningnan ko, sino kaya tong babaeng to? Ang ganda po ng kanyang mga videos, and I was very impressed. Kaya naging fangirl mode talaga ako. Hindi ko talaga siya makausap. Nahihiya po ako. Pero on the last day, finally, she talked to me saying that she needed business advice. Parang, wow, ako naman, oh, please na please. Ako naman at that time, I was really struggling sa aking mga videos. I needed advice also on how to grow my following. Dahil yung Facebook followers ko at that time, 2,000 pa lang after 7 years po. Kasi hindi ko alam kung anong dapat gawin. Pero dahil super busy siya, finally nag-meet up rin kami sa May. Imagine from March to May. Nag-meet up kami sa Mega Mall. At na-inspire ako sa kanyang mission na maipakita ang kagandahan ng Pilipinas sa kanyang mga travels. Masyado po siyang in love sa ating bansa, sa mga iba-ibang mga places na pinupuntahan niya. Kaya nung na-feel ko yung kanyang deep love for our country, she really became my friend. At ito pa, na hindi ko siya talaga makakalimutan dahil siya yung nag-encourage sa akin at nagturo sa akin na mag-shift from my YouTube long-form videos to shorts sa lahat ng mga platforms, especially IG, sabi niya. Kailangan mag-shoot ka, Mami N, from your phone, no? Kaya ako naman, kahit na ayaw ko, kahit napapangitan ako sa mga videos ko, pero sinunod ko siya kasi nahiya naman ako hindi sumunod. And when I listened to her, kahit na batang-bata siya, super bilis po ng aking growth. From 2,000 Facebook followers on a 7-year presence in May 2024, nung July, biglang tumalon na it became 20,000. Tapos ngayon, just 1 year and 4 months later, almost 1 million followers na po tayo sa ating Facebook page. No? At ang laking utang na loob ko po sa kanya, itong celebrity na to na napakabait, napaka-open sa pag-share. Kaya without further ado, gusto ko pong makilala niyo siya. So help me welcome my inspiring and beautiful young friend, the travel content creator and visual storyteller behind Hello Shane, Miss Shane Funcion. Yan. Miss Shane, thank you so
Hello!
much for joining us today. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hello, Mommy Ed. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oo nga, no. I'm so, parang, when you were talking about our story, parang, oo nga, no. It's been a while, pero parang kailan lang. And I'm very grateful. I'm so happy talaga. Pag nakita ko yung mga videos mo, Mommy Ed hit the spot. Really.
Yeah.
You found your people and the people who need you found you. And I'm so happy.
Yes. It was all your help. Yeah.
Oh,
sabi ni Diana Lalas, it was actually through her why I did Samba Sulta. Yan, may fan ka. Si Diana Lalas saying, hello, Miss Shane. Yan.
Hello, Diana.
Hindi lang pala ako ang fan. Siya din, fan girl. Okay. So, umpisan ko na, Miss Shane, ha? Can you tell us about your journey? Paano kang nag-umpisa from 0 follower, parang ako once upon a time, and how did you build your amazing following of 900,000 people across platforms as a travel content creator?
Gusto ko talagang mga ganito because it reminds me of my journey. Nagsimula pa lang talaga ako. Parang when people ask me kung paano ako nagsimula, I always go back to day 0. Yung, nagsimula lang po talaga ako dati pa, vlogs. Pero reflections ko lang. And then, Instagram came. Tapos ginamit ko siya. Pag bumabiyahe ako, I just post a video about mga landscape, ganun-ganun. Tapos parang nakita ko lang siya na digital space is a way for me na makonect sa tao. For me to connect to people. Tapos nung 2019, parang trinay ko lang siya, pero lang siya, parang outlet ko lang, like my creative space, kung ano-ano na lang yung ginagawa ko. Pero hindi ko siya dinibdib, parang outlet ko lang siya, parang after a week of work, uupo lang ako, tas magdadaldal lang. I really love talking and I really love, obvious naman, and I really love sharing stories. So, yun talaga yung passion ko. And then, I think during the pandemic, nakita ko how powerful social media is. Nung pandemic kasi, for some reasons, parang hindi ko alam how. I just posted, di ba nung pandemic, close lahat yung mga and we don't know what's happening in the world. Parang feeling natin, katapusan ng mundo, ganun-ganun. Kami sa bahay, we were so, kating-kati kami lumabas, parang we feel that we need to do something. May nakita akong post about a bake shop dito sa QC. Tapos, nagbibigay siya ng food sa mga homeless. Tapos, nagluto lang kami sa bahay and then we send it to her. And then, I just posted it on my personal account. And then, some of my friends reached out and then they asked me, can we help? So, sabi ko, okay. Tapos, naging na siya, from 3, parang nagsimula lang siya to magluluto lang kami and send food doon sa bake shop na namimigay ng pagkain sa mga homeless. Until parang after 3 weeks, tumatapang na kami kasi lumalaki na yung pera namin. Nag-grocery kami, tapos lumalabas kami every Monday. Namimigay kami ng pagkain sa street, sa Cubao. Tapos para talaga siyang para siyang apocalypse, yung takbuhan ng mga tao, ganun. And it went like every Monday for 2 months. Then I realized na ganito ka powerful ang social media, no? Parang ganito siya, you can connect to the right people. Pero social media really will bring you to the right people. So parang ako, sige nga, parang explore ko pa nga siya. Pero and then pandemic happened. Pero parang ang ko lang talaga is for me I want to use my platform to become force for good. I want to share goodness. I want to share inspiration to people. Kasi ng pandemic, parang hopeless na lahat or parang, kaya nga sumasayaw na yung mga tao sa TikTok kasi parang doesn't make sense. Parang the word, sobrang gulo ng mundo. Parang it doesn't make sense. Ganun. And then, kung ano-ano na lang, and then I enrolled sa NAS Academy. Tapos, nag-join ako sa Grab na parang fellowship program. Parang, I know in my heart, I am called to do something. Pero alam ko din sa sarili ko na my skills are not enough. So, inaral ko talaga siya. And then, I found a remote job after 2 years, nung 2022, kaka-open lang ng domestic na travel. So, I traveled to Boracay with, ang intention ko lang talaga mag-travel to Boracay is for me to find good story to create content about. And gusto ko rin talagang to experience solo traveling and just to stay there. So, I stayed there for a month. Tapos naghahanap ako ng magandang kwento to create content about. And then I found a business doon. I found a resto na ang mga servers nila ay little people. And then I made a content about it. And then in my 1 month there, kumakausap ako kasi I love talking to people eh. Tapos I talked to a lot of locals. And then I figured na kung gaano kalaki ang role natin when we support local travels. And then I create content about that. Pero dahil matagal akong gumawa ng mahabang videos, parang while I was editing my long-form video, long-form meaning 7 minutes and longer, I posted a video about saan ako nagstay doon. Sa Boracay, I found a dormtel, parang dormitory na hotel. At that time, nahulog na 250 per day lang.
Wow.
And diba? Oo. In Boracay, parang na-break yung 250 sa Boracay. Makakahanap ka nga pagkain nga na 250.
It's a fan room?
Hindi po, aircon. Shared room, 4 kayo kasi parang dormitory siya.
Type, yes.
Pero maayos, malinis, maayos, ganun siya. So, the selling point really is eto din kasi talaga sa social media, you have to break the norm. Kasi ang inisip ng mga tao na Boracay, mahal. Tapos, may 250 sa Boracay. So, yun. So, I posted a video about it, pero hindi pa siya nag-viral. Ang pinaka nag-viral talaga my first viral video was, saan abot ang 500 mo sa Boracay. So, I made a video about spending 500 for the entire day. So, pa ako noon? Mga 5,000 followers pa lang ako noon. Kasi nga hindi naman ako seryoso talaga na gumagawa ng content, hindi consistent. Tapos, I posted a video about saan naabot ang 500 sa Boracay. Nag-post ako ng 8, natulog ako ng 11, pagising ko, napagtulog ko nasa 5,500 pa lang yung followers ko, pagising ko nag 10,000 na agad.
Wow, double.
Pero na followers the next day in less than 24 hours. Pero mami, and sobrang daming bashers. Parang sobrang nagalit sa akin. Parang as in to a point na pinagloloko mo ba kami? Mga ganun. Kasi
thank you, bashers.
Kasi it's engagement din eh. So,
right.
Parang ako, paano, hindi ko naman sinabi na 500 lang in total yung ginastos ko sa Boracay. Sabi ko, 500 ang one day, saan naabot nga, ganun. Pero dahil because of engagement, sobrang, talaga, tumaas yung engagement, mas maraming nanonood. And because of that video, in 10 days, after I posted that, I gained 100,000 followers. Because of that, nung nag-viral yon, mas nag-viral yung 250 per night o per day na tinirahan ko. Oo, na ko. I always share this because, and then, then I realized na, okay, this is the way for me to reach more people. Kasi the kind of content that I want, medyo seryoso kasi, I want to share stories, ganun. Sa totoo lang kasi, yung mga seryoso na content, it's really hard to grow. Pero, I figured na pag mag-viral kasi ang video mo, people will notice you. Diba? Pag mag-viral, diba sa newsfeed mo, makikita mo, may lalabas sa newsfeed mo, kahit yung first time mo pa lang siya makita, tapos papanoorin mo. Tapos if you're very interested with that content, you could click in the profile. So, ganun yung behavior natin. You click in the profile. Pagtingin mo sa mga past na post niya, kung maganda talaga yung mga post niya, pinapanood mo siya yung ibang content niya. And then, kinokonsume mo. And then that's when you decide whether or not you follow this person. Right. So, every time people would ask kung paano ako nagsisimula, I always share this story because ito talaga na being a travel content creator, parang I did not choose my niche. My niche found me. Kasi nung nag-viral ako, that's when I realized na, okay, this is a way for me to reach more people. But also, I always share this story because there are a lot of content creators or business owners who want to create content na nafo-frustrate sila na dahil walang nanonood sa mga videos nila. Hindi pa nga na dumating doon sa, parang, they're not even halfway yet. Sumusuko na. I always tell people na to keep on posting valuable content. And then every time you post, you learn from it, be better at it. Tapos, with the hope na when your video will go viral, pag titingnan nila yung profile mo, they will see valuable content and then they will follow you. Yun talaga yung inaano ko lagi eh. I have this na 100 videos. Like, after you post your 100 videos, you will become better. Or after you post your 100 videos, you will reach your breakthroughs. So, yun. Yung masabi na there are people na after posting a few videos, nag-viral ulit, and it's good for them. But also, talaga, keep on sharing valuable content. Di ko naman sinasabi na 100, pero like value lang yun, to give an emphasis na keep on sharing content and learn every time you post until your target audience will find you. So,
yes, yun. Thank you very much for that, Michelle, no? Pareho tayo. I also studied under NAS Academy at ako yatid na, again, basta oldest student sa Grab for Good na program nila. Yeah, so I also learned, pero ikaw talagang epic yung iyong mga videos. Talagang mas magaling pa kay Nas Daily yung ginawa mo. Ako parang nasayang yung kanyang effort sa akin. Kaya nga, when I ran to you, I was really nakasurrender na ako. Dahil 7 taon na akong nagko-content, walang pumapansin sa akin, no? So, but then I really resonate with what you said. Sabi mo, keep on posting valuable content. Our mentor, si Nas Daily, he was doing every day, 'di ba, 100 videos, no? Bago talaga siya nag-explode. So, talagang tuloy-tuloy. Of course, the first few videos are lousy, but you become better every time you post because sabi mo nga, learn, no? So, for those who are watching us today, I hope you capture that lesson, no? Na wag ma-discourage kahit na hindi pinapansin yung mga videos ninyo. Post lang ng post lang ng post. Dahil pag pumatok yung isa, darating din yung araw na papatok yung isa, lahat ng mga na-post ninyo, even before that, ay panunuorin ng mga tao. At some of them, magiging viral. Kahit na nauna sila, na hindi sila naging viral at that time. Pag meron ng nag-viral na isa, magba-viral na rin yung iba. Yan. No? Hindi kailangan 100. Pwedeng 99. No? What an inspiring journey, no? From 0 to 900,000 followers. Okay, so marami ring mga business owners kasi yung ating audience naman dito ay mga business owners, no? Meron silang mga followers. Okay naman ang followers nila, pero hindi sila nakakabenta from social media. Ano kaya sa palagay mo ang biggest mistakes nila? And how can they fix this problem?
Whenever I give training on content creation, I always ask them, what is your goal? Kasi magkaiba yan eh. Ang pinakaano talaga ng mga tao is, you have to go viral. Mm-hmm. Virality doesn't necessarily mean equal to sale. Kasi madali lang maging viral eh. Sa ngayon, kung ano na lang content can go viral. Yung pusa nga na nagpa-flash lang ng inodoro can go viral. I mean, diba? But if you're a business owner, dapat it will convert. There should be conversion. Well, there's some truth kasi na yung virality will make people notice you. Pero but then again, will you be noticed na you are selling this product or service, or you are being noticed because you're funny? Diba? Kasi minsan nagiging content creator na tayo because we focus too much on going viral. And we forgot na dapat nagko-convert siya. So, when I give content creation workshop, I always ask, first, what is your goal? Bakit ba kayo on social media? Second, who is your target audience? Kasi you have to be talking to them. And then third, always create a content pillar. Kumbaga, virality is good. Having a lot of views is good, but you should not be focused on going viral. You really focus on showing your brand. Who are you? What is the core of your business? What is the heart of your business? What is your service? What makes you unique? How do you solve the problem of your target market? Because that kind of content like that, messaging, when you package that, bring that to social media, communicate it to your target market, then that will convert to sales.
Yan, no? So, kailangan meron kang focus, kilala mo yung sarili mo kung ano yung gusto mong, sino yung mga gusto mong kausapin. Who are you talking to? Who is your audience? What message, no? Yung sinabi mong content pillar. Ano yung mga gusto mong sabihin sa iyong target market? Ano yung message mo? Tapos sa lahat ng mga message na yan, hindi yung pasayaw-sayaw para maging viral. Dahil hindi viral yung, I'm sure kung si Mami N ay magsasasayaw sa TikTok, magiging viral talaga. Pero what's the point kung wala naman siyang kinalaman sa negosyo? Di ba? So, the goal is not to go viral, but the goal is to let people know what is your message. Ano yung gusto mong ituro sa kanila? Ano yung gusto mong ipaalam sa kanila tungkol sa iyong negosyo? If you have, for example, shoe store, anong kaibahan ng sapatos mo kaysa dun sa sapatos ng ibang mga tao? Anong meron yung sapatos mo na wala yung iba? At sino yung, para kanino yung mga sapatos mo? Para lang ba sa bata? Para lang ba sa matanda? That has to be very clear from the videos that you are showing. And pag naging viral, bonus yon, no? But hindi yun yung goal. I remember I heard somebody talk, a real estate person, na ang kanyang follower ay 25,000 lang. Pero ang laki-laki ng kanyang sales, as in million-million. So, hindi niya kailangan maging viral. Wala nga siyang viral na video, pero kumikita siya. So, for us business owners, the goal is not to be viral, to go viral. Viral is just being a bonus. Bonus lang yan. Ang importante ay makabenta tayo. Nagdi-develop tayo ng trust sa ating audience. Tama ba yung mga sinabi ko, Miss Shane?
Yes po,
Masyado naman akong trying hard to be a specialist sa social media.
Yes po. Kasi ano po yun especially po ngayon. Before pandemic po kasi, nagmamatter talaga kung gaano kadami yung followers. Ngayon po kasi, even if konti yung followers mo, if we are talking to the right audience, you will convert your social media presence to sales. Kasi ang labanan po ngayon, building community.
Building community. Okay. I hope we will have time to talk about building community. I'd really love to learn from you. So, ito yung ating next question. No? So, as a visual storyteller and content creator coach, ano yung tatlong pinaka-importanting content na ang mga negosyante na nanonood ngayon kailangan nilang i-post para yung kanilang mga followers ay maging paying customers, para magkaroon sila ng trust sa inyo, sa kanila mga business owners, to the point na bibili sila sa mga businesses na yon?
3 things. Siguro, pero din kasi din to like, this is foundation of service. Nasabi ko na to kanina. I mean, the foundation of business talaga. What is the problem that you are solving? What is the service or product? Anong value nito sa audience mo? You have to communicate that. At klaro din yun sa'yo. Yun yung nasabi mo, Mami N, okay, sapatos, but what makes you unique? Anong problema ng ng audience mo that you can solve? Then you have to communicate that. Ano
Okay.
ba? Kung sapatos siya, is it comfortable shoes? Is it stylish? Kaya ba niyang lulusong ka ng baha? Waterproof ba siya? Mga ganong bagay. Kasi if you are so sure of your product, you communicate that. Tapos, eto pa, when you communicate something, ang mga taong, oh my gosh, tas isin-share ko to sa stories ko. Offer, just don't make your content complicated. Ang daming offer, ang daming unique, ang daming sa'yo. So, focus on one thing. What is your one promise of this? Tapos, ang second nun, gawa ka na ng another. Tapos, focus on another thing. Para ma-process nila yun. Especially in the age of short-form content, mabilis na makalimot ng tao. So, kailangan mong iulit-ulit yun. So, one, what is yung value proposition mo? What is the problem that you can offer that you have a solution for your audience? Second, sino ka ba? Why would they trust you? Dito papasok yung community building. Kasi sa social media, ngayon, everyone can create content at sobrang babad tayo. Mas mahaba pa yung time natin we spend on our phones rather than we sleep. Sa totoo lang, mas mahaba yung oras natin sa phone natin kaysa sa pagtulog natin. Pero kahit sobrang babad natin sa social media, people are seeking genuine connection. And people easily connects with emotion. So, when you share, who are you? What is the heart of your business? Paano? Tell stories. Ngayon nauuso, hindi ko alam kung pumapasok, lumalabas ngayon sa feeds nyo. Nauuso ngayon yung mga CEO sharing about their journey. Yung mga iba nga, eto talaga, Mami Ann, may nagtitrend ngayon. Pinagdadasalan ko talaga pag when that day comes. Ang trend ngayon, yung mga business owners, even before they will launch their product or their service, they will create content about it. So they will create content about paano ba sila nagsisimula, ano bang ginagawa na, where they're still, sino bang first target. Yung audience nila, they follow the journey. And when that day comes, when they will launch their product or service, may captured market na sila. There's vulnerability.
That's cool.
Oo, naano ngayon sa TikTok. Kaya, maraming batang entrepreneurs ngayon. Kasi, they're vulnerable. They are so open to share their stories. Kasi pag bata tayo, hindi naman tayo masyadong nagko-complicate, di ba? Like, okay, malay natin, if it work, then, and people love to follow stories.
Okay.
Your story will connect to people. It will show who you really are. So, yun talaga yung kung if there's just two things, that third, engagement. Create content that will make your target audience engage with you. So, pwede to siya, depende sa product nyo. Depende, you will ask them to post a video. Pwede rin funny. Kaya may mga funny ngayon na mga, kung nakita nyo, especially for travel, mga okay, masabi ko, may mga companies na sobrang consistent talaga pag may nag-viral na topic, labas agad, ganun. So, create content that make people engage sa content mo. So, they will comment, they will share, they will send it to their GC. So, yun po. Yun yung tatlo how I see it na to grow.
Yan. So, yung mga nanonood ngayon, I'm sure you already see that ang ating ini-interview ngayon, yung mga sinasabi niya ay talagang experience. Every Tuesday when I invite guests, what they share are their own experiences of what worked. Wala po yan sa YouTube, wala po yan sa mga libro, wala po yan sa mga kung saan-saan seminars. These are raw data, raw experiences that are shared. Kaya every Tuesday po, join us here. So, yan, let me just summarize because I'm so excited with what I'm learning. Number one, yung value proposition. Ano yung value nyo sa audience? Bakit yung sapatos mo? Bakit yung tindahan mo? Bakit yung iyong negosyo, yung iyong laundromat? Why you? Ano yung uniqueness? Yun daw ang ipapakita mong video. Kaya pwede dito siguro, pwede dito, Miss Shane, yung mga behind the scenes. Paano mong ginagawa yung iyong mga pizza? Paano mong ginagawa yung iyong whatever it is that you are creating? So, value. And how you solve their problem. How are you uniquely positioned to solve their problem? And, ang importante, kuminsan nga over-talking ako, kaya dapat pala simple. Dapat pala focus on one thing at a time. Especially, sabi mo nga, lalo na yung mga short form, kailangan isa-isa lang ang message. Yon. I hope you got that, yung mga nanonood sa atin sa Facebook at saka sa Zoom. Yung pangalawa is, sagutin natin kung bakit tayo kapanipaniwala. And, ang ganda nung sinabi mo, I really love that, Napapansin ko nga yan Bago ilo-launch yung isang product, hindi yung product ang pinag-uusapan, kundi yung owner, yung kwento niya. Paano siya nag-umpisa, ano yung mga drama niya sa buhay, ano yung pinagdaanan niya so that nakakapag-connect ang mga tao. Ako kasi kung minsan naiilang na ako sa drama ng buhay ko, I keep talking about it that I don't want to talk about it anymore kasi tapos na yun eh. Pero actually, yun yung gustong-gustong marinig ng mga tao who are inviting me to talk in front of them. I don't want to talk about my 50 million debt anymore. I'm so tired of it. Nabayaran na yun, tapos na. Pero yun ang gusto nilang marinig. So number 2 is really about your story and about your journey. And yung pangatlo is yung engagement, yung asking them to comment. Ako, I really admit na kulang ako dito. No? So this is yung call to action natin, asking them to do something to connect with you. Yan. Yay! Thank you so much, Miss Shin. I really love those content strategies. Napaka-actionable ito sa ating mga business owners. Yung tatlong yon, yung tatlong na i-share niya, no, yung value, yung story, at saka yung engagement, yun yung tatlong bagay na yon. If you will notice, wala siyang nabanggit na kailangang mamahaling equipment sa ating social media. Ang importante lang, alam natin kung ano yung ginagawa natin. No? So, great content does not always need expensive equipment. So, for the business owners who are watching us, Miss Shane, ano yung top strategies mo na kung gusto nilang i-grow yung kanilang following tapos hindi naman malaki yung kanilang budget for ads or fancy equipment, ano yung pwede nilang gawin?
Ano po talaga, use your phone. Tayo naman lahat may phones eh. Use your phone.
Yan yung tinuro sa akin ni Miss Shane eh. Hanggang ngayon, last year pa yun. Yan pa rin eh. Use your phone and it does not have to be a very sophisticated phone, right?
Yeah. Use your phone. Just use your phone. Kung video, shoot with natural lighting. Just make sure na hindi maingay yung background mo. And that's it. Just use your phone. Tapos, libre, may mga libreng software dyan. Yung free na CapCut, kaya na po yung video editor. Ang content talaga that will reach, parang mas, you can share more, may more value is video. Yun talaga. Pero, especially if your main platform is Facebook, ngayon po, ang Facebook parang same value na siya of your of photos. So, bumabalik na po yung photos. So, kung ano yung easier for you to create content about, to shoot, kung magaling ka sa, kung nag-edit ka na graphics, may libre naman na Canva, ganun po. Di kailangan, maraming free po na apps at saka website. Ang pinaka-valuable na hindi libre pero sobrang valuable siya is your idea. Yung idea mo in creating content, doon ka mas mag-invest. I mean, invest meaning you pour your energy there. You ask yourself what kind of content you create, paano mo ba mako-communicate tong value ng business or ng service mo or product to your audience, what makes you unique. Doon ka po mag-focus, not on paano ba ako makakabili ng iPhone 17? Hindi po. It's unnecessary stress. So, hindi mo kailangan ng mamahaling gadget. Just use your phone.
Yan. So, balikan natin yung value sa audience, yung ating story or journey, and yung ating engagement. Doon dapat ang focus, hindi sa mamahalin. Alam nyo po, kukwento ko lang, noong March siguro hanggang sa last May, I guess, mga more than 1 year. Alam niyo po ang ginagamit ko to shoot ang aking mga videos, yung mga nagiging viral at hindi nagiging viral. It is just my Mi 8. It's a Xiaomi phone. Mi 8 lang po. Hindi po ako nag-iPhone. It was only lately na nagkaroon ng iPhone dahil binigay ng aking anak sa akin, napakaswerte, no? Pero even then, no, there was no difference in engagement whether iPhone siya, whether yung na-shoot ko lang sa aking Mi 8 Xiaomi, which is a very cheap phone. That was the only phone that I used. Tama si Miss Shane. It's not the equipment, it is the message, it is the value, it is the story that you are telling. Yan, no? Okay, so ito, napaka-valuable ng mga tinuturo niya, no? So, hindi kailangan expensive. Okay, hindi kailangan malaking budget. Hindi pa nga kailangan mag-Facebook ads, right? Yan. Okay, sabi mo kanina na kwento mo, ang importante para sa iyo, no? Actually, hindi mo nga inisip na maging travel content creator, but that came to you. Yun yung sinasabi namin kanina na meron talaga tayong calling. Travel, you did not search for the content came to you. At gusto mo lang magpunta sa Boracay, tapos nagre-reflect ka lang, nagmumuni-muni, sinubukan mo lang mag-travel by yourself, and that was what started you in everything. Pero ang importante lang is gamitin yung social media to be a force for good, right? So, para sa iyo, ano kaya yung for business owners, ano kaya ang pinakamalaking mindset shift? I always say, be business-minded Pinoy. Ano kaya yung pagiging business-minded, yung kakaibang pag-iisip para sa mga business owners kapag gumagamit sila ng social media para mag-grow nila yung kanyang business?
Generally, a lot of us think, especially like yung mga older na gusto natin ng mapayapang buhay, all of us think na masyadong magulo ang social media. I always say this, na kaya maraming basurang content online because people who are potentially can create good content are not creating content. So what am I saying is, use social media on your advantage. Become force for good in a way that you contribute na mas maraming magagandang content. Sa totoo po, maraming products na nagba-viral na hindi naman maganda ang product nila. Kumikita sila, hindi naman magandang product nila. They just use social media at its fullest potential. It pains me kasi marami akong nakikitang product. I found products na ang ganda nito eh. Kaso hindi lang nila, their social media presence is not being maximized. If you're convinced of your product or your service that it really solves people, then all the more that you should be on social media. Kasi na matatalo ang good product sa mga taong they use social media within its fullest potential. So do not overthink. May product ka na eh. You have a good product, you have a good service, you have a good business. That is the value of your content. Then use that. So use social media. Maximize the potential of social media. That's how you become force for good.
Okay, great. So for the people who are watching us, mga anak ko, alam kong meron kayong mga good products, pero iniisip nyo kasi baka ako bash, baka maganda yung aking content, baka ganito, puro baka-baka, sa kababaka-baka natin, hindi natin na ilalabas yung product natin, hindi natin na ipapaalam sa as many people as possible. Kaya yung mga tao, hindi nila nabibili yung ating products. Ang ginagawa nila is bumili ng mga product na walang kakwenta-kwenta. Sayang. So, what I'm hearing from Miss Shane now is, kapag we have a good product at alam natin na makakatulong tayo, then, obligasyon natin na ipaalam sa as many people as we can using social media. Anyway, it is free. It's virtually free. Wow. Nagbabayad din naman tayo ng internet kahit na sa ayaw at sa gusto natin. So, create content, let people know. Iyan actually ang pag-inspire sa akin kasi sinabi ko kay Miss Shane noon March last year, sabi ko, ang pangit-pangit ng aking skin at ayokong mag-makeup, hindi ko talaga try. Pero sabi sa akin ni Miss Shane, meron kang mga message na gusto mong ipaalam Meron kang mga lessons na gusto mong i-share. Itatago mo lang yan dahil akala mo pangit ka? Hindi naman ikaw It is the message that you want to tell people or help people with. Kaya that is how you become a force for good. Kaya ipakita natin, ipaalam natin kahit na pangit yung ating mga videos, okay lang mag-improve siya. At sabi ni Miss Shane, hindi naman daw lahat videos na ngayon. Pwede rin din mga pictures. Kaya kung ayaw nyo pang lumabas, take some pictures or talk about your product or talk about your own story. Yung tatlo, value, story, at saka engagement. Yay! So nice to be listening to all of these mga stories at mga lessons from my friend and my mentor na si Miss Shane. Miss Shane, eto na yung aking last na question yata. Sabi ko, you've worked with big brands, no? Tulad ng Jollibee and BPI, and nanalo ka ng 2024 Go Negosyo Travel Content Creator Award, and I'm so very happy for that. So, anong mga advice na meron ka for existing business owners na gustong gumamit ng social media? Kung papayag na sila, they want already to be force for good, how can they attract bigger opportunities to grow their business to the next level?
Okay. Sige. Ito, parang parang connection to sa sinabi ko kanina. Ngayon kasi, hindi na option, parang it's not a question anymore whether you will use social media or not if you want to grow your business. Kasi people are in social media regardless of your target audience. Alam nyo ba na senior citizens, they have the spending capacity. Ito, may nakita akong studies nito or our meme pala na our parents have become phone addicts. Diba po? And I saw my mother how she used her social media, and it really influences her spending habits. Like, makahanap ng, maganda daw dito, tapos pag-usapan niya sa mga amiga niya, tapos pupunta sila doon. May makita siyang magandang pupuntahan na hotel. Maganda dito, sige next month. Ganon kasi talaga. I mean, kahit masabihin na I'm too old, hindi po. Kasi lahat tayo on social media So, hindi po question whether or not you will use social media. Pero, I have to remind you that using social media is a tool. It's a marketing tool for you to be noticed, for you to reach more people, for you to communicate your business, who you are, your mission. It's a tool. Pero ang main character po talaga is your product or your service. What I'm trying to say is this. Your marketing will make people notice you, but how you are going to grow your business is customer satisfaction. Parang when a good product or good service is partnered with good marketing, that's how you're gonna blow. Kasi matalino na po ang mga tao ngayon Before they will book, they will search online. They even pagkain, even resto, titingnan na nila Google reviews. Matalino sila before they will go there. So, your social media presence will make people purchase something, but what they will experience after they will buy, that will help your business grow. Because word of mouth is still the best marketing, especially ngayon. So, ang sabihin ko ngayon, make your service so good that they will post about it. So, say for example, if you are a restaurant or cafe owner or milk tea or something, make your restaurant na Instagrammable, meaning people will post a picture about it. They will take a video while eating, they will take a photo while eating, they will take a photo while drinking, and then they will post about it. When they post it, people ask, saan yan? Saan? Dito. Masarap dito. So, diba? Make it Instagrammable that they will post about it. So, dapat may mga factor siya. Diba? Kasi, when people post, hindi naman manonotice niya, manonotice agad kung maganda ang lugar. So, when they post it, tapos maganda ang service, masarap pa yung pagkain. So, when they post, maganda dito, masarap pagkain, mababait pa yung staff.
Service, yes.
Ang service, diba? So, that's word of mouth. They will do the marketing for you. Hindi ka na magbabayad. You don't need to spend for ads. They will do that for you kasi they left satisfied. Sa amin, meron isang coffee shop, and I always post about it. Coffee shop sa amin na mabilis silang nag-grow. And kahit may mga ibang coffee shop na sa amin, kasi ganun ang coffee shop parang kabuti yung coffee shop they are confident. Kasi people will do the marketing for them Aesthetic yung lugar, mapipicture mga tao, masarap pagkain nila, masarap kape nila. So, lesser effort for them, their marketing, pero mas maganda ang marketing, yung yung social media presence nila, but it's the people. It's their customers. Very satisfied with their service.
Satisfied customers.
We're doing their job for them. Meron ako na experience na may ako nakausap na sabi ko when I was still starting, sinabi ko talaga to na kami, influencers, will create content about your service, itong business nyo. It will make people notice your business. So, dahil nakita nila to, maganda experience namin, maganda naman yung lugar nyo. Pero when they book, yung personal experience nila, hindi maganda, they will post it. They will leave a review. So, before people book, they will check reviews. They will check, they will check.
The stars.
Yes. So, lalo na po ako, before I book a hotel, I always check yung lowest review. Like, say for itong hotel na to. Tapos, tinitingnan ko, anong lowest na review? Anong sinasabi na bakit 1 lang yun or 0? So, matalino na po ang consumers ngayon. So, hindi po question whether or not you will use social media. If you really want to grow, then use social media. But paired it with satisfactory customer experience. That will make your business grow.
Yan. Thank you so much, no? So yeah, I totally agree with you, Miss Shane, no? Kasi kanina nga nabanggit ko dun sa libro natin na Grow Your Business Pinoy. Sabi natin, there are 7 areas of business. Hindi lang marketing. At ang marketing naman ay only isang area, pero yung isang area na yan, marami pang iba-ibang klaseng marketing, and content marketing is only one type of marketing. Kaya kung doon tayo magfo-focus at makakalimutan natin yung 6 na area, patay tayo. No, I have some coaching clients, Miss Shane, na ang sinasabi nila sa akin is, Mami N, we need help. Lalapit sila sa akin, they will get me as their coach, but they think that their problem is marketing. Tapos, when I start talking to them, I will find out na, oo, problema nga ang marketing, pero mas malaking problema nila is yung product nila. Lousy yung product. Next is yung kanilang mga tao. Kaya lousy yung product dahil yung mga tao, the people there are not happy working with them. Sinisigawan nila yung mga tao. They don't treat their people well. Tapos, labas-pasok lang. So, how can you expect them to have good products na consistent? Halimbawa, bakery. Ngayon, iba yung lasa ng tinapay. Bukas, iba ang lasa, iba yung shape, and so on. Tapos, pag nagsiserve, wala silang pakialam. So, sabi ko sa kanya, teka muna, I know that you want marketing to be up, but I guess we should focus first on your operations. Ayusin muna natin yung how you deal with your employees, how the people working for you, how happy they can be, because only happy people, happy workers will be able to produce good service at saka good products. Ngayon, kung mamadaliin natin yung marketing, mas madali kayong magda-down. Dahil when you market and people know about you, they will try you. And when they try you, tapos nakita nila how lousy you are, how lousy the service is, ang dumi-dumi ng inyong place, they will post about it. And more people will know how lousy it is. Kaya lalong mawawalan kayo ng sales. So fix muna the other 6 areas before you focus on social media. Yes, social media is such a good opportunity. Pero kailangan maayos muna yung iyong product at saka service, di ba? Again, I totally agree with you. Yan. Last question ko na actually yon. So, let me go to the questions dito kasi meron akong nakitang napaka-exciting na question dito. Okay. Si Angelica Boseo Concepcion is asking how to enroll for mentorship program. I don't know if you're asking about my mentorship program. So I'll tell you muna mine. So sinabi na namin kanina, if you're interested, what you can do is to join yung ating starter kit. Punta tayo sa website na maminegosyo.com. Sign up po. Sign up because lahat ng nagsasign tinatawagan po namin kung interesado silang mag-coach. So, sign up, that's the first step. Ikaw naman, Miss Shane, meron ka bang mentorship program?
Wala pa po. I offer lang yung invitation lang kasi di pa siya for now. Siguro next year if I reach a point of mas slow down na yung pagta-travel ko. I would love to. This is something that I want to create. I mean, this is something that I really want to do. But if you want to, so ang ko po ngayon, yung parang invitation ng mga organizations, companies, so ganun po. Mentorship kasi it's so much, it's one-on-one. So, yeah, but I would love to. Yeah, it takes a lot of time, yeah. And, yeah, but I would love to.
Para sa somebody like Miss Shane who is up and about and moving around, parang matatali siya masyado. But for me, dahil ako retiree na, mas gusto ko yung nandito na lang ako sa bahay at nakikipag-usap online. Kasi, yes na naman lalabas pa. Hindi ko na type yun. Yan. So anyway, connect with Miss Shane para you will know whatever it is that she will be offering soon. Now, from Kaloy, my favorite Kaloy, how do you separate your personal life from your social media life? Kasi sometimes creators tend to rely heavier on online validation.
content creation, it's not for the weak. If you want to be a content creator, it's not for the weak. It's a challenge, or like, ito yung tendency ng mga content creators talaga. For most of content creators are, having challenges with mental health because of this. Parang, when we rely too much on our reach, our like numbers. Para kasing if you're too focused on it, parang your worth is equal to numbers. Parang ang bilis ng feedback kasi pag content creator ka eh. So, parang algorithm changes. It constantly changes. So, ako, may factor na I'm old. So, like, I'm so sure of myself na. So, there are days na mapafrustrate ako na parang ang daming I put so much effort na to tapos ang baba ng views. But then I've learned to really separate myself na my social media presence does not define who I am. Like, I know myself too well. So when people bash me, it's either totoo naman yun eh. I mean, ang pinaka kasi sa mga view sa mga comments na negative, ang OA naman ito. Totoo naman kasing OA ako eh. Like yung reaction ko, OA talaga, exaggerated talaga ang action ko. Like even, tas when I share this to my friends, sabi niya, Day, totoo naman yun, Day. I mean like, even before there is social media, eto na talaga ako.
Ikaw na talaga.
OA talaga ako. Whether or not may camera, OA talaga ako. So bakit ako magagalit? O, diba? Pero, like,
Look, listen to that laughter, guys, ha? Yan, laughter natural yan. Hindi yan fake.
Oo, tas may mga ganun talaga. So, when people, kasi may rami talagang tao bored dyan eh. And I'm sharing this with you kasi when you, pag create ka ng content, maraming bored na tao. Parang bored sila sa buhay. I think they are so lonely. I find this parang there's so much negativity in their world that they want, parang gusto na ng ibang tao ganun din. Maging nega din. So, protect your peace. I mean, you have to be sure who you are. Know who you are and be firm on that. Unless may mga negative comments that you can take it as a feedback. Say for example, last year, when I posted kasi, naging, din ako, freediving enthusiast. So, last year, nag-post ako ng video, nag-freedive ako sa Bohol, ganun. Tapos, may nag-comment na matatakot ang mga isda dyan kasi may butete. And I was like, parang in my head, it's like, butete, I had a lot of thoughts in my head. Tapos parang so I asked myself, bakit ako affected? Parang, why have I allowed this person to ruin my day? So I realized first, I've been conscious about my body talaga. Like, I'm very confident who I am, pero conscious ako with my body. And then I realized na, if I will be objective, I am really, hindi naman talaga ako fit looking. So what I did was, I enrolled in Muay Thai class. And then that started my fitness journey. So I did it not for this person, mukha ako butete, but thanks to this person because he moved me to do something for myself. So, kumbaga, may mga comments na you can take it as a feedback, pero it's not 100% truth about you. So, yun. Hindi talaga siya, it's not for the weak. Kung ang business hindi masyadong personal, kasi naman yun, parang hindi naman siya ikaw, pero pag content creator kasi it's you eh. So,
yes.
Yun.
Right. So, talking about bashers, no? Ito, hindi ko to na-share yata. Ewan ko kung na-share ko sa iyo. So, that was last year, no? Kaya biglang tumaas din yung following ko. Before na nagkausap kami ni Miss Shane, lahat ng content ko ay English because I wanted my videos to have subtitles. And at that time, yung mga bots hindi pa kayang mag-subtitle ng Tagalog or Taglish. So everything was English. And then there was this basher. I don't even remember who he is. Basta sinabi niya, "Hoy, mag-Tagalog ka naman. Hindi ka maintindihan ng nanay ko tsaka lola ko." Sabi ganun sa akin. Parang, hindi mo naman ako kilala, bakit mo ako inaaway? Pero I thought about his comment and say, okay, then let me do it in Taglish. That's why when I started my shorts and reels, Taglish na yung ginamit ko. At doon, dahil nakinig ako sa kanyang feedback na nung una masakit, pero kasi feel niya parang Pilipino ka naman, bakit ka pa English, parang ganon. Sabi ko, oo nga naman. So I started to speak in Taglish. Kaya mga videos ko na mga shorts, puro Taglish yan. And what happened was, that was when I started to attract a bigger following. Kaya tama yon. Maraming mga tao, if you look at the reviews in my page, merong isa doon. Ang ganda-ganda ng mga reviews sa page ko. Merong isa doon na talagang bigyan ako ng napakababang review. Tapos nung binasa ko, bakit kaya ako binigyan ng mababang review? Galit siya sa Diyos. Kaya, in one of my videos, I mentioned God because God has been very good to me. Galit siya kay Diyos at kung ano-anong sinabi niya na out of topic. Sira talaga sigurong ulo nitong mga to. And maraming mga taong sira ulo, galit sila sa mundo, galit sila sa magulang nila, galit sila sa mga sitwasyon nila. And what they do is hindi nila mailabas yung galit. Ang ginagawa nila, mga content creators, sinisira nila yung araw. And that's why he would talk about Putete. Hindi mo nga ako kilala, 'di ba? Pero natutuwa sila doon because with that they find important sa buhay nila kasi meron silang nagawa na nakakapag-affect sa tao. Kaya huwag tayong magpapa-affect. So Kaloy, let's not rely on online validation because these are just numbers. Parang ano lang yan, kung may bagyo ba, magagalit ka ba sa langit dahil may bagyo? Bagyo lang yan, dadaan lang yan, dumaan lang yan. No? So if most of the time naman it's sunny, and we thank God for the sun. Yan. Okay. So, ang question mo is, ano ang pinagkaiba daw ng content creator, vlogger, at influencer?
Content creator is like the umbrella. Lahat ng gumagawa ng content online, either photo, video, tawag niyan content creator. Kasi they create content in general. Parang no-brainer siya, 1+1=2. They create content. But because they have following, so especially in social media, when they create content, they have following, they have the power to influence. That's why they are influencers as well. They're both. Vloggers are those people who create content who are content creators who create videos. So, yun yung vloggers. So, mas nag-focus sila ang vlog talaga, which is di ba yung times, yung dati vlogger, yung sulat lang. Vlog, they share their thoughts, their tips, ganon. So, that's vlogger. So, sulat. But when a content creator use videos, kaya sila tatawag na vlogger. Okay. Medyo tricky. Kasi there are content creators that are they position themselves as more of influencers. Meaning, there are content creators that they are influencers in a way because when you see their content, mas maraming they promote brands, hotels, companies. So, ganun. So, doon na siya. Parang, instead of creating content na yung own nila of expertise, skills, entertainment, ganun. Mas more of they are influencers because they promote brands. So, doon yun nagkakaiba. So, technically, lahat content creators because they have following, so they are influencers. Pero may mga influencers that focus more on creating content to promote a brand. So, yeah.
So, I hope that's clear, Kenneth, no? Meron ding content creator na ang tawag nila ay podcasters lang sila.
Yes.
Okay, so yun. Merong mga iba-ibang klase, pero content creators are really influencers basically, pero meron talagang content creator na hindi lang content yung kanilang habol, kundi yung para makapag-influence, para makapagbenta. Yes. Some of these are affiliates, some of these are just working for some people, some businesses para makabenta. Yan. No, so Marvin Lester Negosa, what's your take for B2B businesses using Facebook and TikTok?
Napaka-broad ng question. But ako, focus on, it's good kasi nagko-convert naman to siya into sales. If it will convert to sales, then it's good. But focus on asking yourself, saan ba yung target market mo? So, kasi etong Facebook and TikTok, they have different strategy. So, kung yung target market mo ay mas nandun sa Facebook, you focus your strategy on TikTok. So, pero kung yung business mo ay mas kailangang yung audience ay nasa Facebook and kailangan mayroon sa maklik ng link, then you go to Facebook. So, I find it effective siya na platform. Kaso, but we have different strategies. Yeah. So, yun yung dapat you have to bear in mind na iba-ibang platform, iba-ibang strategy. So, you have to ask yourself, saan ba yung target market mo? So, you focus your energy on that.
Yes. I agree. Nasa audience mo, no? Kasi one of the B2B businesses that I can think of is, for example, if you are a consultancy, 'di ba? Negosyo 'yan eh, consultancy, marami kang consultants na inaalagaan. Tapos ang tina-target mo ay mga businesses din. Kasi gusto mong magkaroon ka ng speaking engagement dito sa mga businesses. So you are targeting actually sino ba yung decision maker? Yung mga HR managers. So if you are targeting HR managers and you see that HR managers are in Facebook or in TikTok, then you can create content so that the HR manager can see how good your consultants are. Pwede mong ibenta yung company mo kung ano yung natutulungan mong mga companies. Or if you see that nasa LinkedIn sila, so sa LinkedIn ka pumunta. Kaya depende nga kung nasaan at sino yung mga kausap natin. Yan. So Marvin Lester, I hope nakatulong. Sabi ni Diana Lalas, how can an introvert serious person can survive content creation? Sasagutin ko to. Ako po ay introvert, hindi lang halata at ganon lang. Tahimik lang talaga ako. Nakita naman yan in action ni Miss Shane. When we were together, talagang nasa one corner lang talaga ako. I don't talk unless somebody talks to me. Pero pwede kasi, depende yan kung ano yung goal mo. Tulad ko, no, sabi ko, I'm already 70 years old. Pag hindi ko ilalabas tong mga nalalaman ko, yung mga lessons na natutunan ko, hindi ko i-share, kailan pa? Kung ulyanin na ako, 'di ba? Habang kaya ko pa, then I will share. And that is what inspired me to share. Kaya ikaw, Diana, if you have a message to share, you can start to share it anyway. Hindi naman nakakatakot kasi kaharap mo camera lang eh. Wala namang maraming tao. Wag mo na silang imagine na marami sila. Kunyari ang kaharap mo lang ay si Miss Shane, tulad ngayon. Yan. Ikaw, Miss Shane, ano yung take mo dito?
Actually, you'll be surprised. Marami pong content creators na introvert. Nagtatribe sila sa content creation kasi wala silang kausap na tao. So, you will be surprised po. I mean, marami talaga. Even, mga comedy, mga content, marami sa kala introvert. So, ako, wag kang ma-pressure na may iba-ibang klaseng creative way to create content. So, kung hindi mo kaya yung ginagawa ni Mami N, huwag mong palitan sarili mo. Although, you can try, like, pwede kang mag-try muna sa Instagram stories, gano'n. Pero kung it's taking so much of your energy, then maybe that's not for you. Yes. Nag-work ngayon yung faceless content. Nakikita niyo ba yung may mga content ngayon na yung mga mommy na nagbe-bake ng cake, tapos nagkukwento sila about their business, gano'n. Tapos hindi mo makita mukha nila, voice lang. So, it's working. Nagsasalita. Tapos, hindi siya parang it's working kasi it feels like yung nanay mo na, tumabi ka sa kanya tapos habang nagbe-bake siya. Ganon yung feeling. So, maybe you can try that. Meron nga yung, parang cooking din siya na nasa sa bukid, tapos sa bukirin, tapos hindi talaga nakita mukha niya. So, lang. Kung if you feel that you're too shy to show your face, faceless content matters. I mean, it works. It works, yung faceless content. So, you can try that.
Yeah, yung parang the important thing is you are different, no? Kakaiba ka. At merong value yung ginagawa mo.
Yes. Kung what you feel more comfortable, easier for you to create, then Kasi kung pipilitin mo sarili mo because everyone is doing it, then hindi ka magtatagal kasi it will take so much of your energy. So,
so true. And sa negosyo, kahit na sa content creation, walang gaya-gaya. Huwag tayong gagaya-gaya. Huwag tayong susunod sa uso-uso. Dahil sumasayaw siya, sasayaw ka rin. What for, no? Meron tayong sariling business calling. Meron din tayong content creation calling. Yan. Yes. Hindi pwedeng gaya-gaya, uso-uso. So, okay, Zara Amansek, how can we use client testimonials or feedback in a creative way?
Paano ba? Creative way. There's a lot of ways. So, ang nakikita ko dito parang for example, magbabasa ka ng content, tapos, thank you for your, like, magsabi siya na nag-thank you siya sa staff mo kasi mabait siya. So, you can show your staff. Bakit kaya siya natutuwa sa staff mo? Pwedeng ganun. You can read comment. Pwedeng ganun. Or pwedeng sabihin na masarap tong certain bread mo. Then, you use that, mag-comment ka, parang gawa ka ng parang na video, parang reply mo na video. So, papakita mo kung paano mo ginawa yung bread na yon, or ano bang story, bakit may ganun ka na bread. So, yun. Maganda tong ganito because you make them feel seen. So, you will encourage more people to give feedback. So, yun. Tas nakakatulong kasi talaga pag maganda yung online presence mo, yung rating mo sa Google, saka sa page mo. Malaking bagay talaga siya. So, yun.
Yan, no? Those are creative ways that I have not seen yet, no? Sana nakatulong sa iyo, Zara. Okay? And others, if you have other creative ways, no, paki-post para ma-share din natin sa iba. So, Malen, do you think selling clothing but faceless would work? I'm introvert, so I would usually post pic and videos. Most of my buyers would be my relatives and friends. So, I'm thinking na baka di ako tatagal into this business. Don't know how to increase followers and engagements. So, anything that you can help Malen with, Miss Shane?
Honestly, medyo mahirap siya kasi ang clothing dapat mapakita yung buo kung paano siya sinusuot. Pero if you are creative, paano siya i-present na hindi mo makita mukha mo, it will work. Kung pwede kang magkukwento ka habang, pwedeng ganun eh.
Oo.
It can work. Yeah, pwedeng magkukwento ka kasi there's mystery. Gets po ba? May missing link eh. People loves mystery kasi may missing link. It will make people curious. So, kung kaya mo siyang pwede siya magawa ng content kung may mystery. Para hindi siya usual na kung sasayaw-sayaw ka lang, hindi mag-work yun. Pero kung magkukwento ka na habang you show your clothes, it can work. Kasi may mystery. That's how I see it. Na paano ba pwede mo siyang magawa na faceless. Basta magkukwento ka. Pero it can work, you just have to be creative. Kumbaga, kung ma-hit mo yun na yung mahanap mo yun na spot, yung sweet spot na yun, it will really work kasi may mystery. So, it's different from everyone else. Kasi 'di ba, yung Get Ready With Me, yung mga fit check, ganun. So, it's different. Kailangan mo lang hanapin yung sweet spot nun.
Yeah, I love that, no? Mystery. Yan. So, isipin mo, Malen, kung paano kang mag-create ng mystery. Meron akong kilalang mga vlogger na ang ginagawa nila ay meron silang maskara.
Yes.
So, I don't know if that will work, no? Kung anong itsura ng maskara na pwede mong gamitin. So, maybe that is one of the ideas. Pero the important thing is, first of all, you should have nice, really, really nice products, di ba? Talagang kakaiba yung mga products mo, talagang something that we would love. Pero talagang, what I know is that people, before they buy from you, they want to connect with you. Kaya medyo mahirap talaga yung faceless. I met an influencer na ang benta niya ay jewelry na stainless yata, no? And when I started talking to her, sabi niya, naging parang habit na nila ng kanyang community. Meron na siyang mga suki na community that from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock every night, nagkukwentuhan sila. So, pinapakita niya yung lahat ng kanyang mga stainless na jewelry. And somehow, people just keep on buying and buying from her. Dahil, parang feel nila kaibigan ko na ito. So, every day, she would talk about what happened to her day. She would talk about whatever. Hindi lang yung kanyang binibenta. Pero, ang nangyari doon is yung community na parang magkakaibigan na sila. Parang kumari mo that you meet every night, na you look forward. Dahil yung ibang mga tao naman, habang nagluluto sila or habang namamalansya sila, gusto nilang meron silang naririnig na nakakausap. And because of that connection, they buy from you. Yan. Yun lang talagang mahirap. Pag hindi, paano kang magko-connect kung faceless ka? Yan. Okay, so just think about it. Okay, so Althea Marie Cloud, what is your thoughts sa marketing agency? Are they helpful enough to produce more sales?
I'm trying to kasi I'm working with marketing agencies, yung mga brand deals ko eh. So masasabi ko yes. But before working with them, dapat klaro sa'yo which part of your business that really needs their help. Kasi business din sila eh. So, parang, ano ba, kasi kung klaro yun sa'yo, then this makes this worth investing. But also, baka din kasi na hindi, for now, hindi mo pa naman kailangan ng marketing agency. Baka kaya muna pang siyang solusyonan. Or
Right.
yung ganun siya. This is more of business. That's how, ang nakita ko lang to sa Mami Ena. Parang, before you really work with an agency, dapat klaro sa'yo, ano bang part ng business mo na kailangan mo ng tulong?
That's true.
Yun.
Yeah, that's so true. Oo. So, Althea, no, kanina may nakausap din akong nag-i-inquire, no, na okay ba ang marketing agency? At sabi ko, wait lang, kasi you're a very small business. You need to know why you need a marketing agency first. No, ano ba? Tulad nung kwento ko nga, hindi nga marketing yung kailangan niyang ayusin muna yung kanyang negosyo. So, baka hindi pa magets ng marketing agency. And sabi nga niya, mas mahal daw yung mga marketing agency. So, baka at this point, nag-uumpisa ka pa lang, no? Hindi niya nakayanan yung presyo ng marketing agency. Kasi po, at this point, kung hindi mo pa kaya, you learn it first, experiment and try, and then from there, you will somehow get a sense of what you want to happen in marketing. And from there, kaya mo nang, pag lumaki ka na ng konti, kaya mong makipag-communicate sa marketing agency. Because the marketing agency cannot just produce the marketing message for you. They will just execute. Kailangan sa'yo manggaling yung mga gusto mong mangyari and they will help you strategize. And once you agree, that's the time they will execute. Di ba ganon? No, Miss Shane?
Yes,
Yeah.
po.
Okay. Sabi ni KB Tingkang, may Facebook page daw siya sa kanyang negosyo. Nag-post daw siya ng operation sa pandemic. Kakabalik ko lang this year. I've noticed na mas marami pong engagement when I post directly on my Facebook kesa sa page. Even po when we were fully operational and consistent. Since pagbalik namin sa operations, hindi na ako nag-post sa page but have been consistent in posting sa personal account. Nag-convert naman po ng sales. Parang 90% galing sa personal account. Kaso, since personal account, mix daw ang content. Kaya minsan, I post musings din, pero mostly experience sa business. Parang diary. Okay po ba yung ganon, Miss Shane?
Okay po. Kasi kung saan nagko-convert ng sales, if it's okay with you, okay naman. Mahirap lang siyang parang separate kasi personal account mo. So, how I see this, if you don't feel comfortable na ma-share yung personal na thoughts mo, you can change your audience settings. So, may mga post ka na for friends only, tas yung mga business mo, i-public mo. So, yun po.
Okay. So this is cake, business, posting pictures, advice to grow my audience, or have any existing followers to convert customers into sales. So this is from Judith Iglesias. She's asking for advice on how to grow her audience because she has been posting and sharing sa mga Facebook group na malapit sa kanila.
Okay. Ayaw ng mga tao pag binibentahan sila. Straight up yun. So, when you post having in mind na para makabenta ka, they will feel it. Kasi iba yung posting mo pag nagbebenta ka eh. So, you show them behind the scenes. Paano ka ba gumawa ng cake na to? Bakit mo ba ginagawa to? Paano ka ba nagsimula? Ano bang araw mo? So, you show them the story behind your business. You show them paano mo ba ginawa yung cake na to. You show them kung para saan, para kanino ba tong cake na to. So, yun po. Kasi kung magpo-post ka lang ng finished product, then that's straight up selling. So, anong value nito? Ganito, friends. When you post talaga, when you post your content, you have to ask yourself, paano mo ba masasagot ng content na to yung question ng audience? What's in it for me? Kasi ang tao on social media, they're very selfish. We are very selfish when we are alone and we are on social media. Ano na tayo eh? May value ba to sa atin? Matatawa ba to? Can we learn something from this? Do we feel something? Will it make us feel good? Kasi kung hindi ka interested, mag-swipe ka lang. Gets ba? So kung binebentahan mo ako, tas hindi man ako bibili ng cake. So, swipe lang ako. Ganon. Pero if you will tell me na eto palang cake recipe mo ay galing pa sa lola ko, then I'm interested. Then, papanoorin kita. If you will tell me na muntik mo nang hindi ma-deliver to kasi na-spill ng anak mo yung lahat ng baking soda, diba? So, gano'n. Then, I'm interested. So, yeah. That's how
So
I see this.
story, no? So it's a story, it's the value that you can tell people, yung what's in it for me, ano yung value. Saka yung engagement pa rin. Yung pa rin 3 points ni Miss Shane na binigay. Okay, so thank you daw, sabi ni Judith. So last question natin is from Charlie Concepcion. Any tips po sa intro ng vlogging? Like if they would want to start how to vlog, how would they start?
If you want to start vlogging, you have to ask why. Why do you want to start vlogging? What is the message? If there's one message that you want to share on social media, sa gitna ng kaguluhan ng social media, what's this one message that you want people to know? So, dapat klaro yun sa'yo. Unless kung hindi sure yun sa'yo, gagawa ka na ng kung ano yung uso. Tapos, you take this vlogging as a content creator, ba? Magkaiba kasi siya eh. If vlogging for business, sure kasi yun eh. If vlogging for business, wala masyadong hindi ganun ka-personal kasi you are creating content for your business. But if you position yourself na you vlog with the hope that you will become a content creator full-time, or like Mami N, na you vlog because you want to offer services, consultancy or mentorship, then klaro yun sa'yo. What's one message that you'll be sharing to the world? And you want to be known of that message. Kasi kay Mami N, klarong-klaro eh. It's Mami Negosyo, be business-minded Pinoy. It's klaro, sobrang klaro. Hindi 1 + 1 = 2, ganun kasimple. Again, hindi ayaw mag-isip ng mga tao on social media. Second, you enjoy the process. Kasi, di ba Mami N, pag dadating yung panahon na mas matataas the higher the followers, the higher the demand, the challenging it is. The prone ka na sa burnout. So, pag nababurnout ako, I always look back on the days na I'm creating content just for fun. So, enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, but learn every time you post. So, yun po. Kasi nagbabago ang social media, so you have to learn every time you post. Pero enjoy mo lang. So, yun po.
Yan. Thank you so much, Miss Shane, and daming insights and learning, and thank you for sharing your expertise with us today. So, before we end, meron ka bang mga final words of wisdom aside from yung sinabi mo? Baka meron pa. Final words of wisdom for our viewers.
Final words of wisdom is the best time to create content was yesterday. The second best time is now. Hindi na po question ngayon kung will you be on social media or not. Masyado magulo ang mundo, so to contribute to offer something good in the digital world. Tapos, if you want to grow your business, ngayon na, mag-post na po kayo ngayon. So, yun po. Sobrang laki ng potential ng social media if we will use it in its fullest potential. Use it responsibly. Because having a platform also requires great responsibility.
Wow, no? If they want to get in touch with you, 'di ba? Nabanggit na natin, lahat ng platforms nandiyan siya. It's all about Hello Shane.
Hello Shane.
Yes. And is there anything you'd like to promote?
Yes po. I will, kaso pa close na po ako ng Although next year, kasi I am organizing group tours po kasi. Ngayon, before the year ends, meron akong Camiguin Bukidnon, pero pa-close na po yung slot ko kasi ayoko din na sobrang dami. But next year po, I will be organizing more group travels. Ito yung group travels ko talaga is for me to I made this, parang ginawa ko siya nung nagsisimula pa lang ako because I want to meet my followers. And then I realized this is the best way for me to build my community is to meet them in person and to travel with them. So I hope you can join one of my travels next year.
Yan. Wow. So, maraming salamat ulit, Miss Shane. It's been an honor to have you here. Andito yung travel with Miss Shane to Bukidnon and Camiguin. Pero pa-close na. Bilisan ninyo. No? So, yan. Thank you so much. So, para sa ating mga viewers, salamat sa panonood. Remember to sign up for our free newsletter and starter kit sa maminegosyo.com. And don't forget to get in touch with Miss Shane. Connect with her sa lahat ng Hello Shane na nasa platform lahat ng platform actually. At yung kanyang offer na travel with Shane to Bukidnon and Camiguin. Sayang, sana makahabol kami. So, if you found this session valuable, join us again next Tuesday. So, thank you very much. See you next Tuesday, and until then, keep shining and keep being business-minded, Pinoy.